Okay doon? Ha? No, I see.
No, it's fine.
That's fine, thank you.
Ayun na. Kulay.
Okay folks, so we're now away from Festival Pier. Our next stop is going to be St Catherine's for the Tower. The next bridge that we're going to go through is Waterloo Bridge. It's the longest bridge to span the Thames. It's commonly known to us in London as the Ladies' Bridge. Now it gets its name as it was built during the Second World War, and that was by female labour. All the men, they were away fighting for their country. The ladies of London, they were left at home to construct the bridge. The ladies faced it with a very expensive, self-cleansing Portland stone. So every time it rains in London, which is about 3 times a day, the face of the bridge, it receives a thorough wash. The Ladies' Bridge was the only bridge to span the river that was completed on time and under budget. So what a fantastic job the ladies done. So well done the girls, well done. Of course there was a man in charge of it all though. He thought he was anyway. Just through the bridge here on our left hand side, behind the trees, we've got the building with the green dome on top. This is Somerset House. It was built for the Dukes and the Earls of Somerset. It was once in this building where they kept all birth, death and marriage certificates. I'm afraid to say that today it's home to a criminal organisation, and they like to call themselves the Inland Revenue. That's their it. On our left hand side, the white ship who's got the yellow funnel, the HQS Wellington. She was once a sloop for the New Zealand Navy. Today, a floating livery hall, and this is for the Honourable Company of Master Mariners. Now look just behind the Wellington, you can see the top of a stone archway. This is Temple Arch. This is a boundary marker between the two cities. The city of Westminster, we do now leave behind us, and the square mile city of London that we are now just entering. On our right hand side, the small white building, it's got 4 blacked out windows. This is the Itv Studios. It's over there where they film the breakfast programme this morning. It is this part of the river that they use as a backdrop throughout the day. So do give them a big wave and a smile like you're really enjoying yourselves. There's a very good chance that you're all on daytime at TV. Also there on our right hand side we have the red bricked building. It has the Oxide Tower. Oxide being famous for the gravy stock queue. During the 30s when this building was being built, advertisement along the banks of the river, it was actually illegal, and that's because the Thames is deemed a royal highway. As you can all see, the Oxide company, they very cleverly got around that law and they incorporated their logo into the window frames. Of an evening, a red light shines in that tower. The word Oxide, it can be seen from all over London. On our left hand side we have the building with the green roof. This is the old City of London School for Boys. It was over there where Sir Winston Churchill attended before furthering on his education to Harrow. We're now approaching a group of bridges, folks. The first one is Friars Road Bridge. Look at the abutments of the bridge, they should remind you of church pulpits. These were built on the express wish of Queen Victoria, and that was to commemorate the Friars monasteries that stood to our left on the North Shore. When we go through the bridge, look either side of the boat. You're going to see what remains of the old St Paul's railway bridge. The modern trains, they did become too heavy, so they took the top half down. They left the support columns in place, and that was in fear of it disturbing the foundations of the other 2 bridges. Closely on our left hand side we have the large boat and golden cross of St Paul's Cathedral. It was designed by Sir Christopher Wren and said to have been his masterpiece. Now it took Wren 35 years to complete, and that was in 1710. The red bricks building here on our left, as you can all see, that is the new City of London School for Boys. On our right hand side we have the white thatched roof building. This is a replica of William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. On summer nights you can go over there, you can see all of Shakespeare's greatest plays, from Romeo and Juliet to another one of his good ones. They are all performed as they would have been done during Shakespeare's times. As in no stage lighting, no microphones. It's the only thatched roof building in London since the Great Fire. Ahead on our right, dominating London's skyline there, we have the tallest building in Western Europe, the Shard of Glass.
Shard.
The building is 1,016 feet tall. This next bridge we're going to go through is Suffolk Bridge. It's the least used bridge in London. The approach roads are hidden so well into the back streets that no one can really find the bridge to use it. He said if you see anyone crossing over the bridge, do give them a wave, as they are most probably lost.
Nobody there. Nobody there on the bridge. If you will wave, oh, it's there.
Through the bridge on our right, we've got a lovely riverside pub. It's got the red window frames, the Anchor Tavern. This pub, it dates back to 1615, so it's over 400 years old.
Wow. 400.
Shakespeare
This
used to
building is
hire
400
the
years
attic
old.
of that pub as a dressing room for his actors before performing at the old Globe Theatre.
400 years. And this yard is not old. It's built while here in London. It's the shards.
Now folks, how's it going so far? Can everyone understand me okay? Now we're just going through Cannon Street Bridge. When we go through, if you look on our left hand side, the building that gets larger as it goes up. Look right to the very top of it, and there's people standing up there. That's a viewing platform. It's called the Sky Garden. That is completely free to enter. However, folks, if you do want to go up there, all you've got to do is book online a few hours in advance. You can sometimes just turn up on the day. They've got a bar and restaurant up there and all sorts, so it's well worth a visit. Now, folks, you could go on the other side of the river up to the Shards viewing platform. Of course, it's a lot higher up. I think it's £40 an adult to go up there. The next bridge is the famous London Bridge. There's been 8 London bridges to span the Thames at this point. The one before this one, it was sinking into the mud. They took it down brick by brick. They sold it to an American businessman for $2 million.
Wow.
Now today the bridge stands in the Arizona desert, spanning
This is a
the
London Bridge.
man-made lake.
This is the London Bridge. Yeah, this is the London Bridge.
In between the buildings on our left, in the skyline, a golden top piece, a monument to the Great Fire of
No,
London.
London Bridge.
It's said to resemble a lit candle. If you laid the monument down in an easterly direction, which is the way we're facing, it would pinpoint where the fire first took place in a baker's shop in Pudding Lane. The guard's house. It's the headquarters of our country's customs and excise. Any illegal contraband that's taken from our country's ports, like alcohol, cigarettes and drugs, they're all taken to the basement of this building. They're stored in the basement for 1 month.
Wow.
They are then burnt in the incinerators and they are said to be destroyed.
You see,
I've been working on this river though, folks, now for 5 years this year,
London.
and I've never seen a puff
This
of
is not-
smoke coming out of those chimneys.
London Bridge.
Yung London Bridge, mababa lang.
It is strongly rumoured that their Christmas parties, they are phenomenal. On our right hand side we're at the Belfast, that she was built in the Harland and Wolff shipyard, Belfast at Northern Ireland. The same shipyard that built the Titanic. She's seen action during the Second World War. She last fired her guns in anger during the North Korean campaign. A museum though today is open 7 days a week. You can explore all 7 decks from the crow's nest right down to the engine room. On our left hand side now, folks, we have the world famous Tower of London.
in London.
The tower's been a lot of different things in its time, but most famously known for its imprisonment, torture and execution. The oldest part of the tower is the White Tower. It's the one that's right in the middle. It dates back to 1070. Look along the river's wall, the bricked up archway, and wrote above it is entry to the Traitor's Gate. It was once up through the open archway that traitors to the crown, they would have been rode through before being beheaded up on Tower Hill. Well, a beautiful photo opportunity we got ahead of us of Tower Bridge, opened in 1894. The most easterly boundary of the square mile city. So when we go through it, we leave the city of London behind us. We now enter into the east end of London in the Docklands area. Look above us, you can walk across the two top catwalks up there. It's a museum. I think it's £10 an adult to walk across. As you can see, they've recently installed a new glass flooring. And if you look around us now, you'll notice the buildings have all somewhat changed. These would have all been warehouses that were filled to the brim with cargo from all around the world. But today they've all been converted into luxury apartments. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the boat. We're just coming into our next stop at St Catherine's Pier for the tower. I do think we might have a few people that might want to leave us here. If you are leaving us here at the tower, do stay in your seats for the moment, as there might be a little bit of a bump as we come alongside the pier. Just take this time to look around yourselves. Make sure you've got all your personal belongings. Don't leave nothing on board that might spoil your day. Just one last thing, folks, before I put the microphone down. Just a little short word about the commentary itself. As you can probably all tell by now, I'm not a professional tour guide. We are just members of the crew. We learn the commentaries and we do the commentaries all on a voluntary basis. Hopefully to make your trips with us a little bit more interesting and hopefully enjoyable. If anyone liked the commentary and you might like to show some kind of appreciation for my efforts as your guide, as you leave the boat, I'll be standing just by the gate. I'll be holding the captain's commentary bucket. Do feel free, everyone, to chuck a couple of bob into the captain's bucket for what you may feel my few words for one.
Thank you.
If you are leaving us here, I do hope you have a lovely day. This boat proceeds on further downriver to Greenwich Pier.
Picture taga. Kaya. Ya. Haliki kaya. Halibot iyo why doon. Sige doon. Kaya ka. Yan na. Dila ka sa likod ko. Skilid ko spiyak. Yan, wala na. Wala na. Hindi na maganda. Iikot yan ba? Balik eh.
Hindi punto natin.
Tapos, manaog ta?
Ambot.
Manaog ka kita. Don't leave your yung things mo. Kunin mo doon yung things mo. Malas yung nagtatanong sila dito bakit wala si Buyang. Hindi ko kasalanan na wala si Kuya. Manaog tayo. Kunin mo yung bag mo. Yan ka, tindog ka. Oh, nanay ka. Oh, tindog ka. Ga, talikod. Nan.
Kukuha na yung wifi.
Yours, talikod mo. Ayan ka, London Tower yan siya guys. London Tower. Ayan siya. Gusto mong umakyat dyan sa ano? Sa bridge dyan ka? Sasaka na dyan sa ano? Ibayad na kasi yan.
You are leaving, please ensure you got all your personal belongings. Be very careful when it's taken from the boat.
Sana ba yung, sana yung sumisigaw? Ayan guys. City Cruise yun. Sumisigaw sila.
Maano guro, ay.
Yung iba, gustong bumaba para punta dyan sa tower. Itong tower. Tuya ka ga, picturean ta ka ga. Tuya sa may tuya ka ta. Tuya ka, picturean ta ka to. Tuya ka sa may hagdanan to. Wave. Okay. Did somebody sit there? No. Okay. Oh, this is fine. Somebody sit there? No. No? Thank you.
Balik na guro ni.
Sige lang.
Real life eh.
Tamsak host. Keep safe. Thank you, Asun.
Okay, folks, so we're now away
Tamsak ko
from
lang nakita ang tamsak. Ewan ko ba't nawawala. Madilim, pangit yung ano, malamig siya. Hindi naman masyadong malamig, kaya lang madilim siya. Walang araw, kaya madilim yung ano,
Just passing our left,
yung
this
kita,
was
ano ba tawag yan?
a high security function. One of the things like silver, ivory, and tea. It was a logo by
Wala si Sis Buyang late sila. So pasakay ko na lang sila mamaya. Hindi pa daw gising kasi yung amo nila.
Friday.